Do I even know how to make videos anymore? It's been, I don't know, a month, something like that. Howdy folks, TJ here. I wanted to make a quick video. I've got a few, maybe a few hours all to myself at home. If you watched my last video or the one before that, I kind of said I was going to taper off a bit. I have family over for an extended period of time, and I don't know if I'll be able to make any videos. But today I have that opportunity, so I thought I'd make a quick video that I am finally finished with a very long project that I started at the beginning of this year, 2024, and I just mailed the last 2 copies of the 50 total that I mailed. I made 54. Well, technically I already made 51 because I've got 54 total serial numbers or numbered copies of my game. But I was going to send out 50 to people. And what am I talking about? I'm talking about Invasion of the Cloud People, The Next Storm. If you've been in a vacuum or under a rock and just new to my channel, you would maybe not know that I created a couple of video games. I got a cough. Furballs. One for the Specky 48, my first game that I made back in, what was it now? 2018, 2019, I forget. And then I made the Specky Next version, a little bit updated version of my game. And then many years kind of sat, and I said, I'm going to make a physical copy of my game for myself to put up on my shelf with all the other Specky Next games. And then word kind of, I announced that. I just kind of said, I'm going to make one. And then a few people said, hey, how about you make me one kind of thing? And I go, oh, I don't know. That's a lot of work. And then all of a sudden I came up with a project that, okay, what am I going to do? I'm going to work my ass off. I'm going to design all the graphics. I'm going to, well, most of the graphics. There's some pictures or images that were given to me by Slappy Marsden. He was very nice and made a cloud person image or 2 or 3. He's been very generous in donating some of his graphic expertise to folks like myself, 8-bitters that are on the internets. Furball. But pretty much all the graphic design, my original cloud person, all the case design, all that stuff, I pretty much just went for it, did it, and again, I was going to make one for myself to put up on a shelf. And then all of a sudden that became, I'm going to make 50 copies, and then I announced it and got a spreadsheet of people that were interested, found out shipping from the United States to any place out of the United States would be as costly as the game, because this thing cost me a lot of money to make. I was just going to make one. But by the time you make the copies of everything in a nice glossy paper, double-sided, do I make the inside cover a picture or just white like some people do? Am I going to make a booklet or a manual that comes with it? Am I going to make a sticker for the SD card? Am I going to buy a nice case like this? Am I going to buy tons of SD cards? I've never purchased that many SD cards in my life. But I did, and I purchased a ton of SD cards. Then I started coming up with what kind of swag am I going to include with this? So I came up with a deck of cards situation where I've got a deck of cards that has 54 cards, and everybody's going to get a playing card. Why am I doing that? Well, I came up with an idea that I would say, hey, when I'm all done with this, in a year from now, I'm going to basically call out, hey, who's got the 9 of hearts? And whoever that is, I may challenge them to a duel, or just call out their name or whatever. Continue on in perpetuity. I don't know. I say that word. It's Sunday and I should be watching football or I should be doing chores, but I'm not. I'm making this video. But I came up with an idea, so I got a deck of cards. Actually purchased 2. One complete deck for me. One that I'm going to give each and every person in that 50 a card. They get the card. We play games afterwards. And then I came up with all these other things. I came up with Claude Popples, the little mascot, and a kit that you make your own Claude Popples. I kind of a little tip of the hat to the old 1970s and 80s. What kind of things you throw in there that kids would have liked, adults would have liked. So I came up with make your own Claude Popples. And then stickers and a magnet was donated to me by Jay Mundy. He said, hey, I made this cool magnet. Do you want some? How many you want? And we came up with, well, everybody in this special edition, one time only, is going to get a magnet. What else did I included all sorts of stuff in this package deal, and you just got tons of stuff. watch the older video. I made a video long ago that broke down exactly what comes in this set, but it was a lot of work. So I started this whole process, I think in February I announced it, and then I said hopefully through the summer I would get everything done. I basically did. I got 48 copies shipped by September. And then September comes, I normally take a little time off. We go camping, we go out and enjoy life. And then I found out Mama was coming in early October, which basically meant I'm not coming back onto the internets too much because she's going to be here for a while. And it's kind of hard to swear around Mama, isn't it? I didn't want my mouth washed out with soap. So I haven't done tons of videos, but during that time I kind of have been busy. I just had our house painted. We decided to do a little bit of a second on our home. We're going to stay at this home forever, it seems like. So we need to get it painted. We need to get a new air conditioning heating system installed. So I've been busy monitoring, calling, getting quotes, doing all these things to get the homestead up to snuff. So I've been really busy. So there was 2 copies. They ended up becoming alternates because a couple of people on the original list I didn't hear back from. I messaged multiple times and they didn't get back, which is fine. So I moved them on to 2 alternates. I had an alternate list saying, in case somebody backs out. And so I had 2 alternates that I kind of sat on for a little while because I've been busy. September, October came, and I let these folks know, hey, I'm going to be slow. I'll get it done. I finally got it done this last week, and I mailed the last 2 copies to 2 people. They happen to be in the United Kingdom. So the last 2 copies have been officially mailed. 48 people have them. 2 more will in about a week and a half. That's typically what it's been taking for the United States Post Office to hand it off to the post office over in UK. What's that, Royal Mail or whatever? They finally get it to you. So once those 2 copies get to their people, this is done. I'm done. I'm going to take a long break. I've been teasing that I may make some singles of this in the future. Exactly the same, less the playing card. That's only special for this. Less the magnet, which is special for this. I got to redo the cover slightly because I sign all of these. Not only do I sign them, I make a personalized video for each and every one of you that purchase this game. So I made 50 videos of me going, TJ to Snarklebutt, TJ to Snarklebutt, come in, I need your help. I made videos for everybody that's on here that's playable on the Specky Next vid format so they can watch it on that. I gave them a 1080p version if they want to play it on their PC, or they happen to not have a Next. I think there was a couple people that didn't even have a Next yet. They're anticipating getting one, so I had that 1080p regular PC version, Mac version you can watch on there. So yeah, it was a lot of work. Man, graphics, making cases, ordering everything. I'm thankful I'm done because I'm in a mode right now where I'm not super interested in doing videos right now. Like I said, family's here. I've got a lot going on, and I just don't have the time to do it. Today I did, so I thought I would make a video saying, I'm done! And there's probably somebody going, why do you scream all the time? In fact, one of the last messages saying, why do you scream all the time? Sheesh! That's just me. That's my personality. If you don't like it, don't watch. I know you don't want to say that, but I do. I don't. Ultimately, this is just me looking at a camera, going off the cuff. I don't script anything. I just let my personality shine or unshine in the videos I make, and I'm loud. I think it's because I do have a little bit of a hearing issue, so I tend to, what I'm yelling right now, to me sounds silent. So maybe it's that I got a slight hearing impairment. I did have, as a kid, tubes put in my ear to drain them and all this other stuff, and I learned to read lips. My mom was going, that kid can't hear me. So I think I've got a slight hearing anomaly. There you go. So that may be why I scream. So if you wanted to know, and I'm Portuguese and Italian, and we naturally are loud. Anyway, where was I going with this? Anyway, I'm done. I'm done. Will I make some singles later? Maybe in 2025 if a spark flies up my buttocks and says, TJ, go ahead and make some singles that are just like this, but less a couple of special things that only the original 54 will get. I may do it in 2025. I don't know. My mood can change on a time. Normally I'm pretty constant, but next year maybe I'm just not in the mood to do any computers. And I'm going to go out and fish a lot more. I didn't fish tons this year. So I may just make less videos and just come on once a month and say, Howdy doody, TJ here, and do my thing and play a video game. The next world is pretty vibrant still. Captain Squarejaw is a new game that was just, after like 3 years of creating and posting in the next group, that they're now selling the digital version and soon the physical version you can pre-order. I think I'm going to have to get me one of those because it really makes the next shine. So a lot of action going on in the next. In my little world, well, I finished this. I am so happy. It was a lot of work. Will I do it again? Silence. You hear the chirping. I don't know. It's a lot of work, especially for one person like me. And like I said, my mood may change. I've got a lot of things in the books. I've got a lot of things I need to do around here. And I don't know if I'll have the time, but we'll see. And if I do, cool. If not, no big deal. It is what it is. But anyway, my project's completed. That's what this video is all about. And I just yelled and screamed at the camera for a while. But I haven't made a video for a while, so I thought I'd make a video. There's probably a few people, at least, probably 3. The almost 7,000. I'm getting up to 7,000 people. I'm sure that will start dwindling. If I stop making videos every day or every other day, people are going to... The algorithm with this whole YouTube thing, I'm thinking if I came in 10 years ago and really did a lot of videos like this, my channel would probably be much bigger. But at this point, it's cool. It's a nice size, but it's never going to get to those 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, 100,000 bracket. It's just not probably in me. And after doing this steady, strong, vibrantly for 5 years now, since 2019, I really kicked in. It took me this long to get to, I think I'm at 6,699 this morning. So I'm almost up to 6,700. Maybe next year, if I continue making a few videos here and there, I'll make 7,000. And then it's going to stop. And then things will probably go downhill. We'll see. Anyway, if you're new here, thanks for watching. If you're old here, thanks for sticking around. Like I said, this was going to be kind of a drop-off for me. With family here, I just don't have the time to make a video every other day. And I'm a little shy. I don't want Mom to hear me yelling and swearing. I was going to play the demo of Captain Squarejaw this morning, but I opted not to. I just wanted to make this video to say I am done. Officially shipped 50. Hopefully, the last 2 get theirs next week. I can confirm everybody's got them. And then we'll start playing a few games in the Facebook group, Sinclair Society, 8-Bit Diary, which I own those groups. And maybe call a person's card and call them out for some reason. I don't know what, but I'll call them out. And we'll just have fun. That's why I do this. And the day that it stops becoming fun, you'll see me say, well, folks, this is my last video on YouTube. I'm done. Hopefully that day doesn't come, but you never know. Maybe, like I said, I could change on a dime, and next week I don't like anybody. I don't want to talk to anybody. Probably not the case. I'm a people person. I like to chat and have fun with folks like you. So thanks for watching this video. Have a great rest of your day. So hopefully you're celebrating with me that, TJ, I'm glad you finished 50 copies, mailed copies of Invasion of the Cloud People, The Next Storm, my official video game for the Speccy Next. This also included the game for the Speccy 48, the older version, and the book that Jay Mundy created for me. I put the PDF on here of TJ's retro adventures, and I included some other little goodies on here, like the videos and stuff like that. So anyway, I'm glad I'm done. So I'm going to turn off this. The table behind me, I'm going to clear all of this off. I have air conditioning being updated next week. Again, a lot of stuff. And I'm going to take all this out of this corner because they need access to here. I'm going to put a mini split in. Our house is vintage 1985-ish, and the air conditioning is never really blown too cold. The ducts are quite small and pequeño, so I'm going to go to a mini split. They need to have room to put a thing up here, which means I got to clear out all this. That's why I'm making this video, because this back computer is what I do all my video editing on. So let me wrap that up, and thanks for watching the video. Bye.